This is about Walson. After medical school, I joined postgraduate course in Trivandrum Medical College in biochemistry. A tutor in the same school applied for the postgraduate position too. However, since there were only 2 seats available and since I joined, she could not get selected. She had powerful friends who assured her, "Do not worry, we will make sure Paul will drop out." That is me. One of her friends, who pretended to be my protector and defender, became very close to me. He told me, "Paul, you have to be very careful in choosing your field." By the way, at the time of this admission, my professor of biochemistry in the college, Dr. G.Y.N. Iyer, was in a 2 weeks leave. This new protector convinced me that this professor is such a mean person, communalist, because he will never let someone who's like you, at that time I was a Christian, someone like a Christian to graduate from his class. I was confused, did not know what to do. My brother at the time, who was in Calcutta, wrote a letter to me saying, "Please do not make a radical decision until you yourself talk to the professor, and if you feel that he is a communalist, is a mean person, then you can quit." I listened to my brother. Then, after 2 weeks, professor came back. In the first day, we had a session of postgraduate students with him. About 15 to 20 minutes into the discussion, I interrupted. I told him certain things he said doesn't fit with the accepted principles in chemistry. Of course, I was wrong. He convinced me. Before convincing me, he raised his head and looked at me. That look changed the whole relation between Professor G.Y.N. Iyer and me. He became sort of a father figure for me, taking care of all my needs in the subject. He could answer all my questions regarding research and the field of biochemistry. Few months later, Dr. G.Y.N. Iyer took a job in Nigeria, and I felt like an orphan. The new person replacing him as the head of the department was very good in diplomacy. However, he was a big zero in the subject. It is at that time an assistant professor of ours, Dr. D.M. Vasudevan, who was trained at All India Institute of Medical Science, convinced me, "Paul, it is not a good idea you staying here. You should apply to All India Institute of Medical Sciences." I thought that's really good idea because G.Y.N. Iyer is here no more. So at that time there was no internet, not even reliable telephones. So we all were totally dependent on newspaper for information, notifications or advertisements. Religiously, I checked all the newspapers available in Trivandrum every day. However, I could not find any notification regarding admission to All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Then, one Thursday evening in November, I, with my friends, were walking to the canteen, which is about a half a mile from our hostel. All on a sudden, I noticed Walson, who was my classmate but never very close to me, walking across towards us. I asked him, "Why are you here?" He said, "I am coming from New Delhi. On the way I thought I will come up to Trivandrum because I knew you are here. I just wanted to see you." He also mentioned, in New Delhi, there is admission process is going on in All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Sudden change in my face prompted him to ask, "What is the matter?" I said, "I wanted to apply for that, and now it is too late because the application deadline is this Saturday. It is already Thursday." "Is that the problem? You don't have an application form?" "I have an application form with me. I can give it to you." I couldn't believe it. However, there was more problems. I didn't have any money. I have to go to Kozhikode, that is the other part of Kerala, overnight. And without any money, how can I go? He told me, Wilson told me, "Don't worry, I will give you money." I borrowed 100 rupees from him and asked him to eat dinner in our hostel mess and sleep in my room, go home early. Before you go to sleep, call our friends in Kozhikode, ask them to prepare all the requirements of application form, like getting certificates from different departments, and ask them to personally deliver it to the offices because Paul will be there by 8 or 9 in the morning. Rest I can handle. So with the money from Wilson and the application form from Wilson and with the telephone calls made by Wilson to our friends in Kozhikode, I reached Calicut next day morning. My friends were waiting for me. They made all the formalities ready. And by 4 p.m. in the afternoon, I could post the application in the mail. At that time there was a QMS, quick mail service. I was not sure it will reach there by Saturday. It is already Friday evening only I posted the mail. But by next Wednesday, I received a notification to come for return test. It all is still an enigma for me. How Wilson came at the time, how I could apply, how I was accepted at All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Again, I have to give full credit of whatever I am to Wilson. Thank you, Wilson.